This video is sponsored by Estee Lauder. Hi Vogue, it's Aysha Harun, and today I'm going to be sharing my ultimate guide to soft glam makeup. So obviously, if you haven't caught on yet, this is another Vogue inspired tutorial. I did a video like this about a year and a half ago, and it took off. So I'm really excited to bring the concept back, and this time it is sponsored by Estee Lauder, so let's get started. So although this look is going to be very matte and a soft glam type of look, I do want to make sure my skin is hydrated, so I'm going to go in with a hydrating primer. This one is by Makeup Forever. It's their Step 1 Skin Equalizer. For my foundation, I'm going in with the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Makeup. This is just kind of like a staple for soft glam, I feel like. Soft glam is very focused on matte, super flawless skin, and this basically gives you that. So I actually got shade matched in store to 2 different shades. If you go in store to an Estee Lauder counter, you can actually get like a 10-day sample. So I got 2 because the lady was really nice. I usually am this shade 6W1 Sandalwood. This is it swatched, and I'm gonna go in with a big fluffy brush first. This foundation, although is very full coverage, it's like a medium to full coverage, it still feels very lightweight on the skin, which is why I like to use it for all matte soft glam looks. So I'm just going to evenly apply this on the skin, and then I'm gonna go in with a beauty blender. I learned this tip from Makeup by Ariel, not to put a lot of foundation on the forehead or else it'll look very cakey. But the great thing about this foundation is it is oil free and it's oil controlling, which is really great. So it won't like clog your pores and make you look cakey or like you have too much makeup on, which I love. But it still gives you that super flawless matte finish that is perfect for a soft glam makeup look. So now I'm just working that in with my beauty sponge, just to ensure that it's all seamless. There's no brush strokes, because the key to a soft glam is everything needs to blend into it, like into each other very well. So you don't want to see any lines of demarcation. You just want everything to be super, super smooth and flawless. So if you guys want to check it out, I will have a link below, but also be sure to check your local Estee Lauder counter so that you can get a free 10-day sample. So moving on, I am gonna go into highlighting, and I feel like for soft glam looks, the highlight is really a key feature. You want your under eyes to look very highlighted and flawless, so I'm gonna go in with the Too Faced Born This Way Sculpting Concealer, and this is in the shade Butterscotch. It is quite light. So one thing that I learned from one of my favorite gals, Jackie Aina, she likes to let the concealer set so that you actually get more coverage and it blends out a lot nicer. So I'm gonna do that. And speaking of Jackie, she also called me the queen of soft glam in her soft glam tutorial. So that's another reason why I'm doing this video, because I want to show you guys how I do my soft glam, since this is pretty much how I do a lot of my makeup a lot of the time. Minus the matte factor, I usually do actually go for a glowy look, but a lot of you guys requested to show like an all matte soft glam, almost like 90s inspired makeup look, so that is what we're doing today. Okay, kind of a fail. I just started cream contouring and didn't realize my camera had shut off. But I went in with the Oma Beauty contour stick and warmed up a little bit on the back of my hand first, and then went in with this type of brush, just like a soft dome brush, and then applied some of that product. And I was just explaining that I prefer this method because if you go in straight with the stick and like start to apply it, sometimes it looks a little bit too harsh and you apply too much product. So this way you have a lot more control and keeps everything soft, hence soft glam. I apologize if the lighting is getting weird throughout this video. You guys mentioned in one of my last tutorials you really enjoyed seeing natural lighting. So I'm continuing to do my makeup tutorials with natural lighting. I obviously don't have the same Vogue bathroom background as all the other Vogue girls. My bathroom ain't cute enough, okay? It also doesn't have any natural lighting, so we are compromising. Next, I'm going in with this powder from Makeup Forever. This is also another tip I learned from Makeup by Ariel, who is a celebrity makeup artist, he likes to go and set his concealer with a light colored powder first before going in with a translucent. And I am using like a damp beauty blender. Not super damp, but just enough to make it nice and soft. Once those areas are set, I'm going in with the Laura Mercier translucent loose setting powder. I am fully aware this looks insane, but I promise you, it gets worse before it gets better. But I'm gonna go in with my bronzer. This one you can obviously see has been well loved. It's the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, and I like to just kind of reinforce that contour with a little bit of warmth. Then I take a little bit more of my setting powder and just carve out my cheekbones. I don't usually bake on my day-to-day, but since I'm going for a soft glam, all matte, super flawless look, then I'm gonna leave this baking while I do my eyeshadow. So moving on, I'm going into this palette by Juvia's Place. This is the Nudes palette by Juvia's Place, and I'm going into the lightest shade in this palette with a big brush, and I'm gonna put that all over my eyelids as a base. This is also the same look that I did, or similar look that I did in the Makeup Forever video. You guys really seem to like the eyeshadow look and were upset that I didn't share it. That one was more focused on the skin, but I'm showing you another version of that. You don't have to be totally perfect with this because I'm going in with shadows over it. So I know that looks crazy, but like I said, it gets better before it gets, or it gets worse before it gets better. Now I'm going in with the bronzer shade that I used on my face and using that as a transition. I'm also kind of blowing out the shadow towards the edge of the eye. Now I'm gonna go in with the deepest shade in the Nude palette by Juvia's Place. I'm gonna move on to the Chocolates palette, also by Juvia's Place. And I'm going into this kind of like reddish brown color. This look is all about layering different shades of brown until you get a very diffused look and like smoked out look, but still soft. You see how this is all starting to come together now? Just be very patient. You can literally use the same brush for everything. I'm just taking a clean brush just to kind of like ensure that this is all nice and diffused out and soft. Okay, next I'm going in with this shade from the Juvia's Place palette. It's like a dark, cool tone brown. I'm trying to stay with the same palette. Ideally, I wouldn't use a color this dark for what I'm about to do, but I think it could still work. So I'm just gonna keep this as close as I can to my lash line. And then going back in with that other brush that we used for all the other shades, just kind of blending that all together. So now I'm going back with the Nudes palette by Juvia's Place with a more kind of like tight shadow brush. And I'm going to reinforce that shade on my lid. And you just want to go about like halfway onto the lid. It's okay if it's messy, we are going to blend that out. And I'm just tapping that product on so that it's saturated to about like half of my lid. And once that's done, I'm going back into that brush that we kept using earlier and just kind of blending those edges into the rest of the eyeshadow. So that's it for the eyeshadow. I'm going to blend that bake out, or brush it off, I mean. And I'm gonna add some brown eyeliner. I like to stay away from black eyeliner when I'm doing soft glam looks because obviously you wanna keep things very soft, and I like to keep them all in one shade. So this is the House Laboratories brown eyeliner. Is it just me, or do you guys hold your breath when you're doing liquid liner too? Because sis can't breathe, okay? I like to add a little bit of mascara on my lashes before I apply my falsies, so. This is probably my most asked question when it comes to makeup, aside from foundation, but my lashes. You guys are always wondering what lashes I'm wearing. This is like the ultimate natural soft glam lash, but I wear these every single time I wear makeup. Like, it is just gorgeous. They're by the brand Kiss Lashes, and they're in this style chiffon. Before I apply the lash, however, I'm going in with my Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. While I wait for the glue to dry on my other lash, I'm gonna go in with blush, and I'm gonna go in with these two shades at the end. Majority of this shade though, I just want something that won't really take away from the eye look. Just kind of like warm up the face a little bit more and soften this contour. I really love blush, so I like to put a lot of this on, and I don't only do it like right on the apples of my cheeks. I bring them a little bit higher, almost like right under the eyes, and then I also just kind of put a little bit everywhere else. So some on my nose, some on my forehead. I feel like that's probably enough. And my lash should be dry by now, so I'm gonna pop this on real quick. This little gadget that looks like a tweezer is actually a lash applicator by Velour Lashes. And keeping the eyes all matte, I'm gonna go in with that same color that we used on our lids, that light matte cream color, and put that in my inner corner too. I'm gonna also go in with a matte cream liner on my waterline. For mascara on my lower lash line, I always like to use brown, especially for my soft glam looks. I find it's just a lot softer. It just looks nicer. I'm going in with a brown lip liner. This one is Limitless Brown by Makeup Forever. And I'm just kind of overlining the Cupid's bow of my lips. I have a very pronounced Cupid's bow, but I want to like smooth it out a little, so just overlining a little. And I'm gonna fill in the lip slightly with it as well. I'm going for a very 90s inspired lip with this one. And then this is a lipstick by Dose of Colors in the shade More Creamer Please. I believe this was from the Desi x Katie collab. Yeah, it was. It says that on the side. I feel like I overlined way too much. Oh no. So I'm going to attempt to try and get rid of it. Taking a little bit more of the Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation. I'm just gonna take what's in the cap. I feel like I've gotten the lip to where I want it. I don't normally go for matte lips, so this is weird to me, but I feel like it just completed that soft glam look. Now, I was debating if I wanted to do a highlight or not, but I figured I would do it, but I'm gonna do it a little bit differently. I'm not going for that blinding highlight because I want it to look very soft and matte. Like a huge emphasis on this look is keeping it matte, but I figured that the matte side would actually work really, really well for this look. So I'm gonna take that on a highlighting brush and just softly graze that along the cheekbones. You can see it just adds a little bit. It's not blinding or anything, and it's not overpowering the matteness of the look, but it just adds a little glow. You see that? And I'm also gonna add just a touch of that same highlight on the tip of my nose. One final spray of setting spray. Okay, I just realized I didn't even do my lower lash line. So I'm just quickly doing that with this small detailed brush. I'm taking that like reddish brown shade from this palette and just putting that under there. It is critical for a soft glam look to do your lower lash line, so I don't know how I forgot that. Okay, and with that, we are done with this ultimate soft glam makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed my version of a all matte soft glam. I am so obsessed with how this turned out. Like, I cannot wait to go to my events right now and just like rock this. Of course, the foundation that I use, Estee Lauder Double Wear, shout out to them for sponsoring this video. It is the perfect foundation for a soft glam matte just beat face, you know? Like, it looks so freaking good. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this Vogue inspired tutorial. If you haven't watched my first one that I did about a year and a half ago, then I will link it down below as well as here so you guys can check that out. It's a nice fun video. Let me know if you guys want to see any other makeup tutorials, and if so, what makeup looks you guys would like me to do. And let me know if I did the 90s justice with this all matte soft glam. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I would love for you guys to join the family, and I will see you in my next video. Bye everyone. Mwah.